What's up, guys? Y'all, they arrested five people in Matthew Perry's death. They even arrested his assistant, which I believe they were trying to paint her at his best as his best friend at the time of his passing. But more than that, they say this is 100% setting the precedence. And Kanye's dentist or whoever else was involved in what's been going on and exploiting him since 2015 could all be taken down. Y'all, the police in Hollywood are not playing and they are sick of it. And it looks like some of the most favored celebrity rug dealers, or as layman people like to call them, actual licensed doctors are going down. Y'all, listen, it's been no secret for a while. The celebrities are not driving up and down Sunset Boulevard looking to score nickel bags. What they actually do is a series of very well connected doctors that order recreational rugs and also recreational substances, experimental substances, military grade substances, basically whatever celebrities need to do to keep moving. We know that Hollywood is a vicious machine, okay? Even which is why when you see people pushing their kids to be famous, you're like, why? Even the adults can't handle fame, especially when it comes to entertainment. You must always be on. You must always make people laugh. If you are a singer, you must always perform. People are human. It is unheard of that most people can go on tour night after night after night, memorize their lines like this, be up, be added, interviews always on without some help. Unfortunately, the help is not herbal tea. The help is whatever they need to do to not just make them aware, not just make them on, but basically make them zombies that their managers, their assistants, and everybody else can feed off of. Those rumors we heard of people that become stars in Hollywood when they fall in with the wrong people being commodified and treated as nothing but things to eat off of are true. What does this have to do with Kanye West? If you guys don't know, I'll tell you in a second. His dentist is facing crazy charges. Again, the dentist said that he's not getting the nitrous oxide from him. Nitrous oxide degenerates the spine. It is said that Kanye is suffering from brain damage. At the very least, he has some sort of addiction. Okay. The dentist said it's not coming from him. Milo, his chief of staff, and also PS, is saying it is the dentist. However, at the end of the day, it's coming from someone. And this new arrest they made in the Matthew Perry case has sent shockwaves through the parasitic vultures that eat off of the literal blood, sweat, and tears of people. This is actually really sad when you think about it, too, because I'm about to get into this report. Matthew Perry fought his life, his whole life, to try to stay sober. And to think that the people closest to you are the ones that were pumping this and feeding you to this. Listen to this. This is directly from TMZ. Matthew Perry death. Two doctors, Matthew Perry's assistant, the ketamine queen was arrested. She literally texted, I wonder how much this moron will pay. I wonder how much this moron will pay. Okay, so let's get into this, right? There's been an update. Matthew Perry's assistant. Oh, so it's not, well, hold on. Assistant Kenneth Iwamasa and Eric Fleming, who prosecutors say helped broker the rug deals, have already copped pleas. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Iwamasa pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute K, resulting in passing and serious bodily injury. Fleming, okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to get back into this, but can we all talk about what everybody seems to forget? Matthew Perry was saying days before he was taken out that people were trying to take him out. People were moving against him. He wasn't safe. It was dismissed as conspiracy theory. I remember all over TikTok the sheeple that even when things don't seem right or like, oh my God, leave it alone. They were literally saying, what are you guys talking about? It's just a tragedy. This is disrespectful. Well, what's disrespectful now? Because now even the police are saying, yo, something was wrong. And this basically was a murking. Again, Maybe it was just a coincidence, but I really would like people to and I'm sure TikTok will, look into everything Matthew was saying and doing days before his death, because you remember when he was like, do you understand what I'm saying? He was trying to send some type of message. What it is, we'll certainly have to find out, but there was definitely some type of message that was most likely being sent. Okay. Anyway, they said Fleming, meanwhile, pled guilty to a pair of charges. Okay, we already read that. Iwamasa was facing up to 15 years behind bars, and Fleming was staring down to up to 25 years of prison. But in exchange for their plea, prosecutors agreed to seek reduced sentences based on their acknowledgement of responsibility and cooperation with investigation. Okay. Law enforcement authorities say a broad underground criminal network was responsible for supplying Matthew Perry with the ketamine that led to his death. Two medical doctors, Matthew Perry's living assistant, and someone referred to as the ketamine queen, had been charged with illegally conspiring to provide the drug to Matthew. Now, again, I want to apologize to Matthew's assistant best friend, the woman. I thought when they said assistant, they were talking about her. We are getting things in. It is not her. It seems like she was actually true to Matthew. It's weird Matthew didn't leave her anything in his will. He had a lot of money. Authorities say the five, but maybe, the thing is, I just thought he didn't expect to pass away. And it's like if any of us passed away today, have you updated your will to include the people that you love, new friends, or whatever? Maybe to him it was a little bit too morose to visit his will because he was fighting every day against his demons. Authorities say the five defendants all knew Perry was in the throes of addiction from September 2023 to the time of his death in October 2028. October 28, 2023, but cared more about making money off of him than his well-being. One defendant sent an email asking, I wonder how much this moron will pay for ketamine. Matthew's assistant, Kenneth Iwamasa, allegedly administered more than 20 shots of ketamine in the last 4 days of Perry's life. This is at a time where he allegedly knew Perry was spiraling out of control. Jasveen Senga, aka the ketamine queen, allegedly sold the fatal dose. Her home was searched and it looked like a drug emporium with 80 bottles of K, thousands of meth pills, coca, Xanax, and other drug paraphernalia. Prosecutor, let me tell you something. Do you know how arrogant and evil and dangerous somebody has to be? That, let's be real, one of your clients just died, and he died off of what you gave him. And when they said her home was raided, that was weeks, if not even months, after Matthew passed away, because they were doing this big investigation. Do you know how arrogant, sick, depraved, but greedy, money hungry you have to be? Why didn't you clean your house out? Why didn't you shut down your business? Why didn't that scare you straight? You just kept on moving. Yo, Cole. They say Eric was the drug broker who delivered the K from the stash house. To Matthew's assistant. He threw in ketamine lollipops as an add-on for a large purchase. Authorities say the defendants tried to cover up what they were doing with code, calling ketamine Dr. Pepper cans and bots. That's going to be the new YouTube code, Dr. Pepper. After learning of Perry's death, Senga sent out a message of alarm to Fleming to delete all our messages. TMZ broke the story earlier Thursday as law enforcement sources told us multiple arrests have been made. Multiple law enforcement agencies executed the number of search warrants for computers, phones, and electronic equipment were seized. Again, it was later revealed he had received ketamine infusion therapy for anxiety and depression, but at last undergone treatment a week and a half before his passing. So the K found in his system was not doctor prescribed, and that launched the investigations. All right, y'all. Let me tell you something. Good that they're busting up this network. There's nothing more disgusting than someone preying on somebody when they're at their lowest and weakness. They had a chance to be scared straight, to live their lives right, to be like, oh my God, like we thought this was fun and games. Instead, what did you do? You sent out a text message telling people to delete all the messages, then went on his business as usual. These people didn't care. What does this have to do with Kanye West? If you guys don't know, it's been alleged that Kanye West has been hooked on nitrous oxide since 2015. He's already suffering some sort of brain damage from a B12 deficiency that it's called NAGS causes. On top of that, it's spinal degeneration and all this other stuff. Milo, Ye's chief of staff, I know he is an incredibly, but he has actually filed a criminal complaint with the FBI and the LADA against Connolly, Dr. Connolly, which I believe is Kanye's celebrity dentist. Oddly enough, he's also working closely with Travis Scott, and we've seen Travis Scott literally has been acting like one flew over the cuckoo's nest for the last 2 years. And I know what y'all saying, oh, it's Travis Scott, but we ain't never used to hear about him raging out like that before, especially that crash out that happened in Paris. Now, I know a lot of stuff happens in Paris, but who knows? But my whole point in saying this is a criminal complaint has been filed. With this arrest, they have sent a shot heard around the world that these doctors that think that they can hide behind their degrees, hide behind their whatever, hide behind where all they are legalized and glorified pictures, are going to be held account. Again, that guy, the dentist, says Ye's not getting it from him, even though Milo released text messages where the guy was trying to get Ye to help him make nitrous oxide legal and have personal transportation units. And Ye was texting him like, I'm at Chateau Marmont. Where are you? Bring the stuff. And he was bringing it, the dentist was bringing it to him for, it looks like, recreational use. Again, this is going on with Ye since 2015. But here's my point. Even if you're not a Kanye fan or not, even if you don't have any sympathy for him, I get it. How many this happened to Michael Jackson, okay? This allegedly happened to Prince. It happened to countless other celebrities. That's all that comes into my head right now. White, Black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, it doesn't matter. I believe they are sending a message. If we know about these people just on the top, how many other people are victims of this? How many other people are going through this? And how many other people are going to be saved? You guys, just by raiding this ketamine queen's house, do you know how many lives they probably saved? This is when law enforcement is in their bag. This is when we see our tax dollars going to work. Okay, I believe the FBI is involved, LA is involved. This might become nationwide, but this is a message to all doctors. Now, the real question is, right? If Kanye really is what Milo is saying he is, why hasn't anybody got him into rehab? Why hasn't anybody got him isolated from these vultures? Or is everybody in his life a vulture? Anyway, you guys, I'm going to follow up on the Kanye stuff. Let me know what you see in the Matthew Perry stuff. These are the first arrests. They are saying they are going to get more. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.